Hello friends, welcome to InteliGear and this review on multi-tools and things that I look for in a multi-tool that I would carry. You may hear a little noise in the background. That's because the dogs are out here in the dining room with me doing their thing. So pay no attention to that. So let's jump right into this. You see there's some different size multi-tools here. And there's a right tool for every job. So there's never going to be, in my opinion, one tool that can do everything. Although obviously, you know, multi-tools and things like Swiss Army knives, they'll try to do everything. But you run into a problem, and that's the size and weight. So, you know, the more you want the tool to do, the heavier and bigger it becomes. And another thing to keep in mind when you're looking for a multi-tool is what type of duties do you need the tool to do, not so much the hype that people may be saying about any particular multi-tool that's on the market. So what's more important is what you need the tool to do. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking for your own. Now you may notice these are all LeatherMan, and you know, I've had Gerber multi-tools in the past, and I like the LeatherMan. So I'm not saying that Gerber doesn't make good stuff. I just prefer this brand, and you know, like I said, I've owned Gerber in the past. So I'm not saying that LeatherMan's the best. Don't take me wrong. Really, what it's going to come down to is what you need to use the tool for. Now that being said, if you're a person that uses tools on a daily basis, maybe it's your job, you're a handyman, you may want to go with one of these bigger models and just have it on your belt. LeatherMan, and sometimes I've seen the Gerber, they'll usually come with a little nylon carrying case, something that you can put on your belt. I'm really not into having all the Luke Skywalker gear on my belt every day. When I was younger, I used to carry the big keychain on my belt loop with all the stuff on it, and I don't know, I'm kind of past that phase. So if I can carry it in my pocket, then it'll go with me every day. If I can't carry it in my pocket, then it's going to go in a glove box in a car, or in a toolbox, or in a kitchen drawer, somewhere where I can get to it. I'll know where it is. So let's get right into this. So you got this this big multi-tool, and I've had this guy for quite a long time. This is the Core, and it's pretty hefty. It's made well. It's pretty heavy duty. But one of the drawbacks with this, and I'll get into that with this one here, is, and I'll show you, is you have to open this to access all the tools. So this is fine for me, for what I would use it for, to be in like a glove box in the truck, something that I can get relatively easily and maybe fix the problem without breaking out the toolbox. But you know, you could also put this in a toolbox to supplement your other tools. And you know, of course, it's a multi-tool, so you got a variety of different tools. This one has a file on it, and of course, you got a couple different types of knives. And see this, with the tools being on the inside like this, it's kind of hard to access this, and you really need to have some sort of fingernails to grab these bigger blades on the side. One thing they did is they put a saw on this one, and there's like a little hook on the end there, so I find that's a little easier to open. But the knives they're kind of, you know, it's a little tough to get in there. So on these bigger ones, on these bigger multi-tools, I would look for a multi-tool that's got some bigger screwdrivers. Make sure it's got a Phillips and a standard screwdriver, and it doesn't hurt to have a couple different size standard screwdrivers, because you can get away with loosening up some Phillips type screws with a standard. But you'll notice on this one here, it has a taper. Let's see if we can bring this in where it'll focus here. It has a taper, so it'll handle some different size Phillips screws. But anyways, so this one, this was what I could afford at the time, and like I said, I've had this one for years. and it's built well. It's got, you know, heavy duty precision plier heads on it. It's got a hard and soft wire cutter, and then you've also got needle nose. I like the needle nose type pliers on my multi-tools, and then a larger head for gripping bolts or, you know, bolt heads, things like that. So pretty good design. I'm sorry, my dog, she's licking my leg. Quit licking my feet, lady. I'm trying to make a video. Go find the ball. Where's the ball? Go get the ball. Sorry about that, guys. All right, now they're gonna go into maniac mode. I shouldn't have told them to get the ball. So anyways, so that's the big one. And like I said, once again, this is what I could afford this at the time, and they had this out, but it was so expensive. Oh my God, you dogs are maniacs. It was so expensive on my budget at the time, I couldn't afford to get one. But I finally got one, and this thing is awesome because most of the tools that you would use on a regular basis, they're on the outside, so you don't have to open this. And to access things like your knife. And something else I like is they kind of did, now I don't use this every day, so it's not all oiled up and like shoo, ninja, where I can just flick things open, but you can see, you can just put your thumb in that little hole there, and it's easy to open. And this one has two knives on the outside. It's got the straight edge and it's got a serrated edge. And if you notice, the serrated has these little bumps here. So just by feeling, you don't even have to really look or remember which one is where. You can feel and say, okay, that's the serrated one. So instead of half the time opening the wrong knife, I thought that was pretty neat. So you got the serrated blade there, and then this has a nice little saw on it as well. What else? And let's see. Oh, and the file. The file's on the outside of this as well. So the tools that you would need, or probably would use the most, I would say, are here. And then, oh, here's something else, if I recall. So you got this file on this side, but then it has like a diamond coated back for, you know, fine detail filing or sharpening, I guess. Pretty neat though. But anyways, you open this one up. Something else I like is these edges are rounded, so it's nice, it's ergonomic, you know, when you're really having to pry down on something. Now, one thing I don't like about multi-tools is, see this little portion of fat right here on my palm? I don't know if everyone else has fat palms like me, but that has a tendency to get pinched in these things if you're not careful, and it'll leave a blood blister. So that's one of the drawbacks of the multi-tool for me anyways, is getting pinched right here, and I've left some blood blisters right there. It's not fun. So you got to pay attention to what you're doing and be careful if you're really prying down on these suckers, because they'll get you. And then the same head on these. It's got the soft and hard wire cutter and the needle nose, and it's got grip. I can't really tell if I'm focused. One day I'm going to get a better camera, but anyways, it's got grip on the inside there of the needle nose too, so that's quality. And then some of the tools in here. This is something that they've done that I really like. You have this reversible bit set, and they actually sell a bit set with different types of bits, Allens and different hex keys and all these different types of bits that you can get, and it'll actually fit inside this pouch. So I haven't got any of them. I haven't really needed them. I have a bunch of bit drivers and stuff already, but that might be something that's useful. Like if you're a computer guy, they got all sorts of different screws in those computers when you're taking them apart. So you might get one of these, and then the bit driver set. Can opener on this, bottle opener, it's okay. I like the Victorinox better. Personally, it seems to cut smoother, but it works. It's not the cleanest opening when you're opening a can with it. Victorinox is a lot more precise, but that definitely works. So it's not junk by any means. Here's something else that's really neat about this. And this is the LeatherMan Wave, by the way. Something else that's really neat is it's got these little scissors here, which, you know, it's nice to have to cut tape and string or whatever. Just a little pair of scissors. Sometimes it's easier to use scissors on something than a knife, especially if you're trying to do detail work and you don't want it to be all ratty looking. So it's got a little pair of scissors in there, and then it's got some precision screwdrivers too, which is pretty cool if you need it. And it's reversible, Phillips and standard. You got little precision screwdriver in there, and good luck putting it back in. It's indexed. It'll only go in a certain way. There we go. Okay, what else was in this guy here? If I can get my big fat thumb down in there. There is a... Oh, you know what? I'll just use this. Let's see. Oh, okay. No, that was... Okay, I'm sorry. That's just the scissors. And then you got a pretty chunky looking standard blade there as well. Flip it over to the other side, and it's got that bit driver in there as well. So I like this design a lot. When you're looking for a multi-tool, you know, just don't be fooled by the looks. Really take a close look at it. If you look down in here, make sure I'm getting focused here. If you look down in here, you'll see that little copper. It's got washers. I mean, this thing is precision built. It's going to last a long time. It's going to open and close without wobbling. And some of these made in China import knockoff things, they look cool, but the first time you go to use them, they get all messed up, and it's just a waste of money. You'd be better off saving your money, being patient, save up your money, and get a real reputable brand like LeatherMan or Gerber, in my opinion. And then they got the small multi-tools as well. So these are more for like your pocket. They even have keychain size, but this is about as small as I would go on a multi-tool. It's still got a good sized plier head on it, so you can do some real work. Anything smaller than that's kind of a joke. I have a keychain multi-tool plier, and it's freaking worthless, except for like the little screwdriver thing on it, but those pliers aren't going to do anything. But anyways, same thing with this. You've got some tools on the inside. Now, a smaller one like this, I in my logic, I would have expected to have a precision screwdriver set on a smaller guy like this. Jeez, I can't get that sucker out of there. It's been a while since I had to open these. There we go. Yeah, jam myself in the thumb. But anyways, that sucker's really sharp. That's another thing too. These blades on the LeatherMan tools, they're really sharp. But I mean, you can see that's pretty precision right there. But it just would have been nice if they had a Phillips precision as well for like sunglasses or eyeglasses or whatever. But if you look here, you can see that's a pretty small head. However, it tapers out pretty quick. So I mean, you're not going to be able to do too much with that. But that being said, they do sell an accessory that you can stick down in this corkscrew here that has a precision eyeglass, screwdriver set, and it just kind of screws into the corkscrew. Some people will laugh and say, a corkscrew is useless. Well, you know what? Maybe it is for you. For me, I like having a corkscrew because every once in a while I like to... Hey, hush. It's okay. Calm down. I'm doing a video. Daddy's trying to work here. What was I talking about? Okay, the corkscrew. Every once in a while I like to crack open a bottle of wine, so it is a good tool for me. But they sell this type of multi-tool without the corkscrew. I think it has scissors. But anyways, bottle opener on this is awesome. And then that bottle opener also doubles as a pop top, you know, metal bottle opener and can opener all in one. You actually use this as part of the corkscrew. It works as a fulcrum or a leverage point, so you can pull the cork out. And then the other little thing I like about this particular knife is it has a knife that's accessible from the outside. All right, so that's just some of the things that are on these. Another thing that I look for is, does it have a lanyard, a secure lanyard, not some cheap little ring that can separate and, you know, this goes bye-bye. And the reason for that is so you can put your rope on there, and then you don't have to keep setting this down as you're working. You can just drop it. You can just drop it like that, and it's still with you. Especially if you're up on a ladder or something, that definitely comes in handy. So yeah, so I would say in closing that there is no one tool that can do everything the best. You have tools that they are specialty tools that specialize and do some things better and some things worse. So keep that in mind when you're looking for your own multi-tool. You want to look for solid construction, make sure nothing wobbles, make sure the knives actually have a locking mechanism. You don't want to be using the knife and have it come loose, so make sure it has a positive locking mechanism. And it's okay to get something until you can get what you really want. For example, with me, I went with the LeatherMan Core at first because that's all I could afford. It was the cheapest LeatherMan for what I wanted it to do and the size at the time. I really wanted that Wave. I didn't want to drop the money. I mean, it was like $100 something at the time. But like I said, I finally got one. And if you really have to, I guess you could get by with the cheap China thing if that's all you can afford. But I would say you'd be better served to save up your money and just get a good one once you've saved up the money. So don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Okay, well, I hope you liked the video, and I appreciate you sitting through the video and listening to me ramble. It's been quite a while since I've made a video, so I'm kind of out of shape and rusty on my talking. I'm sure I said a lot and stuff like that, but I will be putting out more videos in the future. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life. I'm a person just like you. This is not the only thing that I do. So it's just one of those things where that's life. But I'm back, and I'll be making a lot more videos. Oh, and you know what? One more thing for the faithful who are still listening to me rant. Give you an idea of the size of these. So, you know, they're all pretty good size. They're not super huge. They got some bigger multi-tools, but you know, if you can stick within the certain range, then you'll be a lot better off, because after a certain point it's like a pain in the butt to be carrying it on your hip or in your pocket, pulling your pants off. They get so heavy. But anyways, okay, well, I hope you liked the video. If you're a new viewer, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Also, please share my videos. Word of mouth is how my videos get found. Mostly it's from you guys sharing with your friends, telling your friends to come watch my videos. So until next time, friends, this is InteliGear signing off. Be well. You're going to turn this knob 2 times quickly, okay? While holding the lighter down here. First time fire up, you saw it here. 5 minutes and 47 seconds almost, we've achieved a boil.